Good afternoon, beautiful human beings, and welcome back to Bearcast Radio. You guys just started tuning in to a new show here. It's a bit of a specialty show, and it's called Off the Record, and I will be your host for it. My name's Paulina Arana, and pretty much this will just be a show that we'll do here every once in a while. It'll be kind of like a specialty thing, like I said, and I will be interviewing a local musician in the area, just getting to know them, who they are, their music, what kind of got them to where they are, where they're at today, and also what their future is looking like. And today's very special guest is Sophie Stockton. Welcome in.
Hi.
So excited to have you today.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm a little bit under the weather, so I apologize if my voice sounds any different than normal, but I'm very excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited to have you. So this first segment's kind of like a little get to know you segment. So tell us a bit about yourself, what you're involved in, just who you are, not only as an artist, but also as a person.
Okay, so obviously I'm Sophie. I am a musician, and I'm also an actor as well. And yeah, I am originally from Bowling Green, Kentucky, but I go to school at UC. I really love it here. I'm at CCM, and I started playing in bands in my early teens. I'd always sing though, and then when I was about 17 or so, I started writing songs on my guitar. And since I've gotten to Cincy, I've kind of just like done some solo stuff, and I recently started a band this year. Golf Lamp with my dear friends, and now we're here.
Oh, that's so exciting. So you said you're in CCM and you're an actress.
Yes.
So which kind of way are you kind of leaning towards? Like, do you want to go into acting, or do you want to kind of more into the music world like you've been doing?
I honestly think right now music's what's feeling right, and it's what I want to do more long term. I think they've kind of assisted me. Like, I'm better at both because I do both. But like right now, I'm really loving being on the music train, I guess.
All right. No, they kind of do go hand in hand. So, all right. Well, heading into this first song's just, we're going to play one of your own songs,
Yep.
actually, just so the audience gets, a feel for who you are. You chose a song called Silly Song, which,
Yep.
for the record, I love the title. When you
Thank
sent me the
y'all.
song, I was like, ooh, I'm excited.
Thank you.
So why'd you pick this one out of all the other ones you could have played?
I just feel like I think it represents how I sound live, like if I'm doing an acoustic show. And also it's like, I just recorded it on my own at home. It's one of my favorite songs I wrote, and I just like it. So
No, I'm excited for this one. I hope you guys enjoy this one as much as we do. We're gonna play it for you, and then we'll be right back continuing the interview. But once again, this is Silly Song by Sophie Stockton. Yay. Here we go.
Watching from afar, and I can see tonight's big star, and one look gives me expectation, fills me with anticipation. You're a silly, silly boy, I know you're full of shit, I'm kinda into it. Ultimately doesn't matter. Take this dress off for you later. Who cares how it covers me? You're a silly, silly boy, I know you're full of shit, I'm kinda into it. God, you sneak off with a blonde, but you have stones where I should be, and you'll have my virginity. You're a silly, silly boy, I know you're full of shit, I'm kinda into it. Proceed to say you own me. You
You're listening to Off the Record here on Bearcast Radio with Paulina, Arana, and special artist guest
Sophie Stockton.
And if you just tuned in, Off the Record is a specialty interview style show in which I interview a local musician and we just play some songs correlated to their artist as a journey and get to hear about their story. So we just listened to one of Sophie's songs, actually, Silly Song. I enjoyed that one. I think it's a great one.
Thank you.
But before heading into our next song, we're just going to talk a little bit about your experience as an artist. So tell us your story. What started it all?
Yeah.
What got you to where you are today?
So unfortunately, I jumped the gun and kind of already told my story, but we'll go back a little bit.
You can tell it more in detail.
Yes, exactly. So I'd say I started like I said, I was singing in bands. I always did I played violin for like 8 years. And I sang, like I did choir and I did vocal lessons and stuff like that. I was in my first band, we were called the Shanks. I was in the Shanks when I was like 15. But then when I was probably 16, 17 or so, I joined October Tuesday. And I'd sing like lead and backup vocals sometimes, honestly. Didn't really do the songwriting thing yet. I just really had a lot of fun with those guys though. And we released an album my first year of college. But then I started playing a lot more guitar and wanting to learn because I didn't feel like I wanted to have the agency to write my own songs, I guess. And so I did that, and I really, really love playing the guitar, even though I'm not very good. But
that's okay.
Really,
That's okay.
I just compared everyone that plays guitar is so amazing at guitar that it's it's very easy to feel insecure about your guitar playing. But anyway, I'm off subject. What was I saying? Oh yes. So then kind of from there, I just was writing songs. I recorded some demos with the guy that recorded for us, that recorded October Tuesday's album. His name is Brian White. He's a goat. And I recorded some in his home studio, and I released that stuff. And yeah, and then since I've been in, I spent the first 2 years of college not playing in a band, just doing some solo stuff and honestly focusing on acting, focusing on school. And I could definitely feel that itch needed to be scratched. I was missing that part of my life. So I just asked my friends, some friends that I had, to start a band, and we started Golf Lamp, and we've been playing since May, and it's been so freaking fun. And I missed playing in a band so badly. So it's been
Do you
great.
think that looking long term, you would rather stick with a band instead of doing a solo career?
I don't know, because I'm honestly kind of selfish with my creative choices. I like to have a lot of control over that stuff. I do just love the idea of touring with a band, but bands, you always have yourself, and it's easy to if you can rely on yourself, then you can do solo stuff forever, which I think I probably just will do forever, but it's very hard it takes a lot of team building, a lot of work to keep a band together.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I would love to play in bands for the rest of my life. So
I mean, it's also good that you kind of have the experience of both, because
Yeah.
then looking long term, you kind of know how both work in a way, and you can figure out, ooh, I want to do more of this, or I want to go more solo.
Yeah.
Kind of have that experience. And then touching back, I mean, you started pretty young, which I mean, I think
Yeah.
a lot of musicians do start young, but how do you think that has kind of changed who you are and I guess your life? Because I mean, you started at the age, you said 15, that's
Yeah.
a pretty young age to be kind of
It's funny because I feel at the time I always thought that I was late to the game or something. Everything I'm oh my god, I started this so late. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's just because I still am young, and I've always felt, I mean, I've gained confidence, but I always felt kind of just amateur compared to the people around me. So it's
yeah.
I guess I did start kind of young. I mean, I think that when you're younger, it's easier to just it's easier to get away with being not very good at things all the time, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
no, yes.
People
because you're starting out.
because you're young and you're
Yeah.
starting out, and I think it definitely takes more bravery, and it's probably scarier if you're older to do that stuff. So I think I am very lucky that I'm I mean, I'm 20 now, so I can kind of I can just try things and be okay with
Yeah.
not being great at them or something, and then eventually you are really good one day because you work hard. So.
Exactly. And also like you said, when we're younger, we kind of can get away with not being as great as things. But that's also such a good thing because then you can see yourself grow and you have more time to like grow and actually develop.
Yeah.
So I would say it's a good thing that you started young, and it's impressive too. Like not many people can be like, yeah, I was in a band early high school and I recorded like.
Well, to be fair, they're high school bands, so it's
it's a high school
it's
band,
more fun
but
than
still,
anything else.
Yeah,
But yeah. Hey, I appreciate it.
No, like that's your beginning. Don't forget it. All right, well, heading into our next song, this one's supposed to be a song that relates to your story as an artist or just a song that got you into the music world, and you chose Black Star by Radiohead.
Okay, yes.
Why'd you pick this one?
Okay, so Radiohead is my favorite band, and this is like the first song I learned on the guitar, I think. I like sort of had learned some other songs, but like this is the first one I actually like learned. And like I just think it's such great songwriting, and it was like the first time I heard it, it like stopped me in my tracks because of how beautiful it was and how honest the lyrics were. And I just like, it was one of those songs that you hear and you're just like immediately inspired and want to wish to be able to create something that beautiful and emulate that. So this song kind of inspired me to songwrite a lot. This whole album did, but in particular Black Star. So
that's cool. No, I mean, I feel like everyone has that in whatever career they go down on. They have that one like thing, like they saw someone else do it and they're like, that is exactly what I want to replicate. And it's cool that you chose this song out of all of them. So we're going to go ahead and play it for you guys and take a little break, and we'll be right back in just a second. But don't go anywhere because we got some great more conversation points, some more questions for Sophie. But we hope you guys enjoy this one. And this is Black Star by Radiohead. Here we go.
Side
Welcome back to Off the Record here on Bearcast Radio with Paulina, Arana, and special artist guest
Sophie Stockton.
And we just finished listening to Black Star by Radiohead. And for our next segment, every artist has someone who inspired them. So who has been your biggest inspiration from the music industry?
Biggest inspiration is definitely David Bowie. I love him and I'm in love with him. He was just like my favorite artist from the beginning. Like, I loved his music. I used to like sing his music when we do karaoke, like as a family. And it just always struck my heart. Like, it just really always touched me in a weird way that artists hadn't previously done. And he was the first person that really did that for me. And he also does, I like that he did so many different things as well, like during his career. Like, he also acted, he also, I've seen him do like goofy fashion shows. He went to like friggin' clown school or something when he was young. Like, he always was very open to exploring and trying different things. And I have a lot of admiration for that. And I also have a lot of admiration for people that are willing to, try things, but try and fail and try and mess up. And, like, things can be hit or miss decades into their career. And I just feel like he represents that, like, bravery to just be yourself. I loved Labyrinth. That was my favorite movie growing up. So always loved him in that. Yeah.
Do you think that's something that like you want to replicate within your own career as well, kind of the adventurous side of it, of like trying so many different things and be willing to fail?
Yeah, I'd say in an ideal world, that would be the dream. Is just, I honestly get bored of doing like one thing. I kind of like having like a lot of things going on at the same time. So I think that I could maintain an artistic career if I'm always trying new things and always doing things. I think I could still feel fulfilled in that, I guess, that aspect of my life, as long as I'm trying new things. And I do want to replicate that. And yeah, like, I listen to his music, Dave Bowie's music, and I just feel like, it's just like the first music that made me feel like a little bit less alone in my like insecureness as like a small child or something. I always like felt that from his music. It just connected with me on I hate to say spiritual level, but like, yeah.
No, but I get it. Like, we all have that artist that kind of just makes us feel a little less alone.
Yeah.
And is that also kind of tying back to that too? Is that something that you also want to do with your music or hope to do?
Yes, absolutely. I think, which I said this to you on the break, it's like, what are we doing if we're not trying to, like, make stuff that touches other people in the way that we've been touched before? I think that's the whole point. And I think, it's honestly really cool now that, like, my band's been playing out some, that people know some of the words to our songs, and, like, they sing them back, and they're like, it, like, makes me so happy, and it's like, it's just like, oh, wow, like, at the very least, this touched you enough that you remember the lyrics, which means a lot to me. So
that's definitely, I feel like, such a full circle moment too.
Yeah, I'm like, even in like Cincinnati, Ohio, I'm like, wow, this is really awesome that like I'm playing at house shows and people like know the words.
Yeah, like they're actually, wow, that's so exciting. All right, well, heading into our next song, this next song is a song by the artist that you chose, which was David Bowie, and you chose Starman. So why did you pick this one?
Because it just nearly makes me cry every time I hear it, honestly. Like, it's just so beautiful, and it feels like a very, like, it feels like a very young and adventurous time in his life. And right now it's connecting with me because it feels like that for me, too. Like, and it was just one of the first ones I heard as a little girl that I was just like, this is something different, and there's something, like, special about this. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does. No, it 100% does. All right, well, we'll get you guys a little feel for what she's talking about.
Bless your ears.
By playing this one, and we'll be right back here on Bearcast Radio. Once again, this is Starman by David Bowie. Here we go.
Didn't know what time it was, the lights were low. I leaned back a slow voice on a wave of fate. That were no DJ, that was hazy cosmic jive. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie. Switch on the TV, we may pick him up on channel 2. Look out your window, I can see his light. If we can sparkle, he may land tonight. Don't tell your papa, or he'll get us locked up in flight. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie. Starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie.
Welcome back to Off the Record here on Bearcast Radio with host Paulina, Arana, and the one and only
Sophie Stockton.
And if you just tuned in, Off the Record is a brand new specialty show here at Bearcast Radio in which I interview a local musician about their journey. And we just finished listening to Starman by David Bowie. Then we're going to head into our next segment. So along with being an artist, you're also a student here at the University of Cincinnati.
Correct.
Which one? That's impressive, handling both.
Thank you.
But, what has it been like to be both a student and an artist? How do you manage to balance and make time for both?
Honestly, lately, I've just been not sleeping. Lately, it's been, legitimately, especially because I'm an acting major, so it's, our school's a bit different. We've, it'll be hey, I have rehearsal till 10 p.m. Let's have band practice after. Or hey, I'm going to have to scoot out of this rehearsal 45 minutes early so I can make it to my show, my band show. But it's also beautifully, as much as at sometimes it's I have to prioritize certain stuff over others, and it's my brain is scrambled. It is beautifully gone hand in hand in some ways. especially being involved in acting. And I'm also minoring in media production. And so I've met a lot of the film students, and like I know a lot of them, and I've worked on stuff with them. And I've gotten a lot of really cool opportunities because of it. Last year, I made a music video with Video Production Club, and it was just because I worked on the old president, Lillian. I worked on her, like, a film project she did, like, the year before, and she was like, hey, I heard you make music. Our project this semester is a music video, so do you want to make a music video? And so I got to do that, and that was just, like, kind of came out of nowhere, and I'm like, only here, me doing the things that I do, like, at this school, would I have been able to receive this opportunity. And yeah, it was just super cool. And then I got to like use my like acting training, and then also like, you know, I got to work with, you know, on the like, I guess the storyboard of the, you know, the music video and everything. And it was just very, very cool. And so I think I've often found a lot of opportunities like that here. So in some ways I've stayed, you know, I guess I stay very busy with a lot of it. And yes, sometimes it does get too stressful and too, but also like it's super cool because then I get opportunities like that, and I meet a lot of cool people, and I get to do stuff like this. You know what I mean?
No, yeah,
So,
and I'm sure like with both too. I mean, I think it has its pros and its cons. It can be, I'm sure, overwhelming at times managing both. You know, I would say CCM is one of the more demanding schools when it comes to like major wise.
yes.
At least here at Cincy. And also like going into the music world, I'm sure that can be very overwhelming. But at the same time, like I feel you make a lot of connections.
You do, which
and
is
that pays off.
so. It's seriously like actually so cool. It's very cool and awesome.
Do you think like if you went back looking at like maybe like your senior year self who was like applying and all of that, like do you think you would have done it all the same, and you would have done, you know, majored in acting, also started kind of going into the music world, or like would you have done anything differently? I
mean, I think if I think about that sometimes, and I honestly do think right now I'm where I'm supposed to be. Like, I always considered like not going to college because I was just like, I don't know if I want to spend more time in school. This is slightly off kilter from what you asked me, but like I did well in like school, but I was like didn't really know if I wanted to keep going to school. Mm-hmm. But I think going to art school is like friggin' great. And as much as like right now I'm like you know really riding the music wave, it's not that it's a phase, but you know what I mean. I like am focused on that. Like I still really do love acting, and I think that I don't know what else I would major in. You know what I mean, if I wasn't doing acting. And I love the place I'm in right now. Like, I can genuinely say I'm very grateful right now, which hasn't always been the case. But the past, I think my life in Cincinnati has been pretty awesome so far. So I don't think I would change anything. Long answer to a short question.
No, I like the long answers. Long answers are the good ones.
That's what interviews are for.
Exactly. So. We need more long answers, actually. No, but I think I will say, though, like, it does take a lot of bravery and also time management to be able to do both, and not everybody can do that. So to be able to do all that you are doing, like, it's impressive. Give yourself some credit.
Well, thank you. To be fair though, I do overbook, and I do double book, and I do mess up sometimes. So if anyone else is doing the same thing as me and also feels super busy, I mess up too. So and
it's good to be upfront about that. Nobody's perfect, and we're all bound to mess up here and there. It's how we learn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, heading into our next song, we're actually going to be playing another one of your own songs. And this is a song called Think of You. So why'd you pick this one?
I picked this one because this is the one that I worked on the music video with Video Production Club. And so that's, you know, I thought this was the obvious, like, school to school music. Like, this is a perfect option for this segment. And I really did make a lot of good friends on that set, like people I still see, like I'll see like on other film projects I work on, but also like my friend Nick that directed it, like he's friggin' awesome, and he's in New York now, like working for, I don't quite know, but some music production company or something, and he's killing it, and this was just a lot of fun, honestly, so I wanted to choose this song.
So, I mean, elaborate more on that experience working on a music video, like you never know, like that could also be something that you're doing in the future. Yeah. If you get also like bigger in the music world. So like how was that experience for you?
Well, like so you know, I got the offer, I guess, and then I I got to talk to the director, and I was like, I tried to like cook up some ideas for what I wanted, and I'm kind of, like I said, I kind of like having some creative control sometimes. So I was like maybe a little bit more than I deserve always. So I was very involved in the process. I was like, I like, was like, basically like we wrote the story together or whatever, and I made the storyboards for it, and it made me realize that I would really like to direct something someday, because like when I was on the set I was just like, wow, this is just really fun and I really want to try to direct something. Seeing the stuff that Nick got to do, and it was very fun, it was very fulfilling. It was very cold the day we filmed. Like, of course, me being me, I chose a little white dress to wear for the...
You're not going to ruin the outfit with a jacket.
Exactly. Yes, we were just having this conversation because it was Halloween, so we were talking about how you can't wear a coat over your Halloween costume.
No.
But anyway, I couldn't wear a coat over this white dress, so I was freezing. It was like 30 degrees out, and I actually was like shaking so bad. There are pictures of me on set, and I am just like actually shivering and miserable. But that was the first day of filming. Second day, it was not as cold. We also did some shots in my apartment. We brought all these TVs out, these old TVs. We brought them up my apartment, and we brought them in there, and then like we were able to like play my like as I was being recorded, like we could play the recordings of myself behind me on the TVs.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool concept.
It was cool. It was like, I was geeked. I was very geeked because it just looked so awesome. It was fun. Yeah, the first day was freezing cold. I can't film in the cold, I've learned. But like it went pretty smoothly. So
that's yeah. And now it's out like on YouTube now.
Yeah. Video production clubs, YouTube.
Everybody, you got to go check out this music video now.
Yes. And also, if you're at UC and you're interested in any sort of filmmaking stuff, join VPC, because they have a lot of great opportunities. The stakes are low, though, so it's not like, you're being graded as a club. It's fun, and you can do cool stuff. So.
All right, well, we're going to head straight into this next song. And like I said, this is another one of Sophie's. It's called Think of You, and we hope you enjoy. We'll be right back here on Bearcast Radio. Here we go.
You don't know what you mean.
You're listening to Off the Record here on Bearcast Radio with Paulina, Arana, and special artist guest
Sophie Stockton. Woo-woo.
And we just finished listening to one of Sophie's songs, actually, called Think of You. And heading into our next segment, what has been your favorite thing that you have done as an artist? Do you have like a favorite memory?
I'm trying to remember what I... Oh, yes. Okay. I mean, I actually thought a lot about this question, and I kind of struggled to pick an answer. But I have had so much fun playing in a band with my friends and starting Golf Lamp. Like, that's been so awesome. And I'd say that's my favorite thing right now. Like, it's just been a joy. Yeah. Yeah, I've just loved it. And it's really cool to work on songs that you've written or that you have half finished with like other people and to hear what they can bring to the table. And I think that it gives me the support of a full band is definitely something different than like solo show, because with the shows it's literally just you, and it's a lot scarier sometimes, and having the support of a full band is like really fun. Yeah.
What is that experience and like? I mean, you said like you're doing a band with your friends.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, that can have, again, like its pros and its cons, but what has that experience been like, specifically choosing, you know, everyone's role in the band and all of those things?
Yeah. I mean, I think like I honestly still feel like I'm figuring out how to do all that, you know what I mean? But like it's cool having people that care about me in my band with me, you know, and I feel like because we're friends, we can be upfront and honest with each other and open to our ideas. And we have a lot of similar ideas, which always helps. But we also have enough differences that we can, you know, try different things. And I just try my best to keep an open mind when other people have ideas, like especially if it's a song that I'm like, I don't know where I want to take this, then like they can come in and be like, let's try this. And even if it's absolutely it's nothing close to what I would think to do, we can give it a try, and you know, happy accidents are everything. Yeah.
So you said earlier in the show you started this band in May.
Yeah.
How did it all start?
I was just like literally actually fiending to be to play in a band, because it had just been like 2 years, and I was like, oh my goodness, I miss this. So I hit up my friend Samantha, who she was at CCM for a while. She was a trombone major, but she was like, hey, I just got like a drum kit, so like I'm trying to learn how to play drums, like do you like, you know what I mean? And I kind of forced her into it a little bit. Well, she would say I forced her. I didn't, because she's still here, but I was just like, I don't care, like if you just started to play drums, like if you want to play in a band, like I'd love to have you. So we did that, and then my good friend Wyatt, that I've jammed with some, he's a great guitar player, and we've like kind of tried to start projects before, but like nothing's ever really like, you know, come to fruition. So like, but I knew I wanted to ask him to play guitar, so he joined. And then we have had a couple bassists here and there, but currently we have Sam Berkowitz, who's the GOAT. He also does solo stuff. Spam Burko is his tag, so you should check his stuff out because he's really talented. Yeah, so we played our first show in May, and we've just been playing in Cincinnati. We're trying to play out of town more, but we've played in Cincinnati since then, and here we are. Yeah.
Here you are. So do you still do like solo stuff as well with the band?
Yeah, I do. And honestly, the good thing, selfishly, like if my full band can't make it to a gig, but we get offered one, I can like, I'll pop in and be like, hey, I could do a solo.
Yeah, like I could do solo too.
I could do a solo set. But like, you know, solo sets aren't as like, especially because it's like an acoustic chill vibe and it's not like dancey music. It's like, you know, it's harder to get gigs doing that stuff because it's just different
it's a
crowd,
different environment,
different
environment. Vibe, yeah.
So I like getting to play live more because I'm in a band. People want bands to play more often. So I've gotten to play more, and I still do solo shows when I can because I really love it. But like I said, it's kind of harder to find gigs anyway.
Yeah.
So
how do you balance doing both, kind of like making sure that you're still contributing to the band, but also making sure that you can still like maintain somewhat of a solo career?
The word career is funny to me. It doesn't feel like a career yet, but
it will.
Yes,
this is just the beginning.
The truth. This is just the beginning. I mean, honestly, like some days it's just like, a lot of times if I'm planning a show, I guess I don't know if this is quite the answer to this question, but sometimes if I'm planning a show, then I can like just put myself on there also as a solo gig, you know what I mean? And any of the songs, some songs that I don't like to play solo anymore, like I can like present to the band, you know what I mean? Like songs that I wrote originally on acoustic guitar that I'm like, I don't want to just play these on acoustic guitar, like I can bring those to the band. And I think it's kind of just like got my songwriting juices flowing anyway, so like I write more now than I did when I was just doing solo stuff. And
so they kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah, I'd say in some ways. It's also like take some of the pressure off to like write a song knowing that you have a full band that can like help you help the song become good or finished versus like just me. Then it's like, I can rely on some other people to help me out too. So
yeah. All right. Well, heading into this next song's supposed to go along with this memory or favorite thing that you've done or just a normal song of your choosing. And you chose Right Now by Babes in Toyland. Why'd you pick this one? I love your excitement to play it. You're like,
yes, I did. Well, I feel like since I've been in a full band and it's not just like my acoustic solo stuff, I've been able to get more ballsy with like the lyrics I write, but also like how I sing and like the intensity. And I just feel like Babes in Toyland is such a perfect example of like such an expressive singer and such an expressive band, and like girls that are willing to be angry and like just like be powerhouses and not just always sound like beautiful. Like it's like raw and expressive, and I wish to have a bit more of that in my music sometimes. So yeah, these are just some girls that are willing to get ugly and get angry, and it's amazing. And that's the energy we need. So yeah.
All right. Well, I'm excited to play this one for you guys, and we will be right back here on Bearcast Radio, but don't go anywhere just yet. We still got 2 more segments after this song, and once again, this is Right Now by Babes in Toyland. Here we go.
What in the right?
glad to have you back here on Bearcast Radio. You're listening to Off the Record with Paulina, Arana, and artist guest
Sophie Stockton.
And if you just tuned in, Off the Record is a specialty interview style show in which I interview a local musician and play some songs correlated to their journey as an artist. And we just listened to Right Now by Babes in Toyland. And heading into our next segment, what advice do you have for others who are trying to get into the music world? And I know you're still kind of fresh into the music world, but you've been in it for a few years now. So what have you learned? What advice do you have for upcoming artists?
Yeah. Here's what I will say. I think just be very brave and just know that just be brave and be willing to just put yourself out there and put out stuff, whether it's, good or bad, whether it's close to, whether it's perfect or not. I especially think with releasing music, a lot of artists get really scared to release something that isn't, that isn't exactly the way they want it or isn't exactly perfect. And I think you just have to take the step to say, hey, this is me and I'm going to release this. Because a lot of us aren't professionals yet, and a lot of us are starting out, and a lot of us are amateurs. And I just think that you have to take that first step just to take the leap to say, hey, this is me. And I think honestly in any artistic career, I think that people like an honest heart. People can tell when you're honest. People like honest people. So I think staying true to yourself matters. Yeah.
That's some great advice.
I know that's corny, but it's true.
No, I mean, I think it's some great advice. And like you said, people do like honest people. I think also, and we've kind of touched on this earlier, how it's important for music to be not necessarily relatable, but to touch people, right?
Yeah.
And I think honesty is what gets you there.
Yeah, people can tell. It doesn't have to be the most technical song or the most difficult song to play or the most impressive. People just like music that they feel like they can relate to. And the way that they're going to relate to it is not by you writing a song that you think, people will relate to this. You just write a song that you're feeling, write what you're feeling, and then there will be people that it will find. I think the more I've written and the more I've got comfortable just writing, people like my music more than they have, because I've gotten better at it, because I'm just less scared to just be, honest. And also, you're going to find your people, especially in the music scene or whatever. I know that's the word you say, scene, but it always feels so corny to be the Cincy music scene.
Yeah.
But that's what we're dealing with. So, go to shows and talk to people, and you'll find good apples and bad apples, and you'll find your people eventually. And I feel like I'm in the early stages of, I'm really finding my people. I have to give a shout out to Car Rosebrook. I have to give a shout out to Sock. I love that band. I love them. I think they're so talented, and I think that they really, Car's really inspired me to she's just, pardon my French, she's a badass woman, and she's a genius girl, and she, writes honest music. And just, surround yourself with, try your best. I know it's hard. It's easy to say surround yourself with good people, but, it's hard. It's easier said than done. Surround yourself with good people, and people that inspire you. I've gotten very lucky that, my family has always been very supportive of me being artistic, and they've dealt with a lot of my bullshit in the process. I was shout out my sister and my brother, because they can. Yeah, I honestly was told to shout them out, but I do love them. So, where am I going? I need to get back on track. But yes, go to shows and just say hi and tell people who you are. And it may take time, but they will catch on eventually. And email people hella. I just shoot Instagram DMs like nobody's business to venues being can we play? And then eventually they come back and they will be yeah, do you want to play this day? And so
just got to give it a shot.
Yes.
So kind of tying back to, this idea of being true to yourself, being honest and putting yourself out there. How did you gain that courage to do that? I know it's kind of a loaded question.
I mean, I don't know. I think I've gotten lucky that it's been well received. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was always I feel very confident now. But I haven't always felt that way. I don't know if I'm going to be able to properly answer the question. Because I would say that, honestly, I just just did it when, I've just like done it some, and it's been well received. People like my stuff, so then it's just helped me further my confidence.
Yeah. No, I mean, the more you do it, the more comfortable you get with it, and the more your courage builds to do it.
And I think everybody needs like people that tell them that they're good at stuff. Like, so I have people that tell me that I'm good when I need it and when I need to hear it. So that's been really helpful.
Yeah. I think having like that reassurance kind of gives you like, oh, maybe I am good.
Yeah.
Maybe I do need to put myself
You
out there.
absolutely. I think we literally all need that. Like, we literally all need other people to hype. We all need other people to be hyping us up all the time. We need to hype each other up all the time.
Yeah, we need support.
Yeah.
All right. Well, heading into this next song, you chose the song Gore Blogs by Hueston Woods, which is a song that's supposed to have helped you during hard times or just hard moments in your music career. Why'd you pick this one?
So this song, honestly, Hueston Woods is a local band. I really love them. I just love their music. They feel very like they put art over like anything else. They feel like a very truthful band, I guess. And the lead singer, Mary, has honestly also given me great advice about like being a woman that plays music and dealing with that and dealing with some of the stuff that you will deal with. And I just think they're a very smart band. And this song is low-key my cry song. Like, I just like in times if I'm in a bad mood, this is my like cry in the car on repeat song. So it's also very cool that it's like, I know the people that are in this band, and like my cry in the car repeat song is a song by a local Cincy band. And I'm like, okay,
That's
like,
cool.
anybody can do that. Like, I hope that makes sense.
No, like it's cool for you to be in the car and like you play a song and you be like, I personally know
like
who wrote this song.
I know this person. Yeah. And then
That's
it's like,
cool. And it's also kind of a cool thing to like, I mean, reflect back on yourself. Like, people do that with your music.
Yeah, maybe
and like with your band.
Exactly, like that could be
like, or they're gonna start to too.
Yeah.
Like as you guys play more shows too.
Exactly, and it's like you can, and so then anybody that's listening to this that wants this advice, it's like you could do that too. You know what I mean?
You'll know.
You can make music that will make people cry in their car.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Well, we'll get straight into playing this one, and like I said, don't go anywhere just yet. We do have one more segment after the song to finish off this interview show strong, but we'll be right back here shortly. And once again, this is Gore Blogs by Hueston Woods on Bearcast Radio. Hope you enjoy. One last time, this is Off the Record with Paulina, Arana, and special artist guest
Sophie Stockton.
And throughout the show today, I have been interviewing Sophie about her experience as an artist and her story, while also playing some songs that played a role in her story. And we just finished listening to Gore Blog by Hueston Woods. And before heading into our last song of today, just to wrap things up, what future plans or goals do you have?
Okay, yeah. So I have some solo stuff coming out soon. I have a single coming out actually literally next Friday. Woot woot.
Oh my God, wait, that's really perfect because I actually do another show where I play new music.
Oh, nice.
And I always do like a small artist spotlight. Now I know who it's going to be.
It's going to be me.
It's going to be you.
Amazing. But yeah, I have that. And then I have that. I have another single coming out probably in the next couple months or so. Yeah, Golf Lamp is going to we're trying to like record soon. We're also trying to like plan a tour, a little weekender, maybe like a weekender moment next summer where we'll like hit some cities. Which I'm scared for because I'm gonna.
Have you ever done anything like that?
No, so like I'm just gonna figure it out. Like
It's a new experience though.
yeah,
So,
and
like
it'll-
yeah,
it'll
like it's
probably-
scary. It's exciting, but it's scary.
It'll be good. Like if it works out, it'll be great. It'll be good fun, and it'll be it's like I just need to start. I just need to start like DMing some venues in like different cities and finding places to
And
stay.
hope for the best.
Yeah,
You never
yeah.
know. You never
Yeah,
know.
you really
who
don't.
will
You
take
never know. You
Yeah.
never know where you'll go. So, but yeah, that's the plans. I will say I told you on break, I'm gonna correct my sibling shout out. I tried to like make it like smooth and like segue into like my next thought, and I didn't. But like shout out to my siblings, they're awesome. They're goats. My brother also makes music, so check
Oh,
out
wow.
Michael Stockton. My sister also is a musician herself. She's great.
So you're a whole musician family.
I guess so. Yeah.
Was it
They're
like
kind of artistic.
was it like one of you started and then the others were like, "Ooh, that could be kind of cool," or was it like everyone just kind of like started doing it?
I guess we kind of always like did music stuff, I guess. Like I always did music in school. I think we just kind of are a bit eclectic people. Like I don't know how else to say that without it sounding kind of corny. I think we're just kind of eclectic, so it's just kind of always been like my dad's a big music guy, so like he always played a lot of music for us. So yeah, it's just always been part of the
Just a
the
big part
life.
of the fam.
I guess so, yeah.
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 All right. Well, I'm excited for all the things in your future tour. I think would be.
I know. I hope that it works out. It's.
cool
I will say it
thing.
is like a concept right now. It is not.
You never
but
know. That's where all good ideas start. They always-
Concepts come to fruition eventually.
Exactly.
so.
Like they always start as an idea or concept, and then it develops into something big.
Yeah.
So you never know. Maybe this time next year you'll be doing tours and.
Thingies
Yeah,
crossed.
shows.
Thingies crossed.
All right. Well, moving into our last song, we're actually going to end it off with one of Sophie's songs, and this one hasn't been released yet.
No, this one, guys. This one is unreleased. This isn't even like the final mix of this song, but
We're playing.
yes.
This is like you guys once in a lifetime hearing
This is like
Yeah.
truly like this is the first time you'll hear this ever. Actually.
Yeah.
This is can I elaborate on it? This
Of
is One
course.
Day. I wrote it this summer, and I recently recorded with Cincy Sounds. I recorded this song, and I just want to shout out Philip Diox for producing it, as well as my dear friends Jack McMullen and Tony Logano that did some instrumental stuff on it. And yeah, that's it. Like I said, this ain't the final mix yet, but
That's really exciting.
this is really exciting.
No, it is.
But yeah.
Can you tell us maybe a little bit of like what is this one about, or like how you kind of go about writing this one?
Yeah, I think this is the scary part of interviews. It's like, like this song's. I think that a lot. I think a lot of. Yeah, I think that. What am I gonna say? Let me put my thoughts together really fast.
You're all good.
Distract, Paulina.
Distract.
I think that a lot of women are just like these beautiful angel girls that are truly like a gift to this world. And I think being a young girl in her 20s is rough because there's a lot of guys that don't see that. And, this song's kind of just about knowing that you're not ready or the right person for the right person, for a certain person. But like one day they're going to realize how special you were and they missed out on being part of your life, if that makes sense.
It does, and I love that. Actually, I love.
There's
that.
a lot of beautiful, special girls out there that have been mistreated by men that don't deserve us. And I'd say I'm probably one of those girls. So that's what this song's about.
And you know what? Like we said, like it's a relatable one.
Yeah.
We need more relatable music, and
Exactly.
I'm excited to hear this one.
Thank you.
But we hope you guys have enjoyed the show with us, and we hope you enjoy this last song as much as we do. And thank you, Sophie, for coming on.
Thank you so much, Paulina. Seriously.
Of course. Come on anytime. We'll
would love
probably
to.
be doing something with you soon,
Period.
anyways, in the future. And definitely go and listen to more of Sophie's music. Where can they find you? Where can they listen to you?
Find me anywhere you can listen to music. It's just my name, Sophie Stockton. Hey, DM me any suggestions if you think I should have a different stage name. I'm curious to hear what y'all would say. But for now, it's Sophie Stockton, anywhere you listen to music. So
All right. Well, for the last time today, this has been Paulina, Arana, and
Sophie Stockton.
for Bearcast Radio. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And once again, this is One Day by Sophie. Here
Thank
we
you.
go.
Can you see? You're so beautiful to me. When I look in those eyes, I see inside. You don't see all that this could be. It's as if you've gone blind. You're tired of trying. One day you'll see, fall into your knees. You realize you're missing out on me. I had a dream a week ago, I suppose. You called me pretty and took off all my clothes. You turned your face from mine and you walked away, didn't say goodbye. Why? You troublemaker, heartbreaker, you are so charming and reckless and eager and selfish. One day you'll see, fall into your knees. You realize you're missing